everyone. This is the Easy Allies podcast. I'm your moderator, Kyle Bossman, and joining us this week, Bradley Ellis.
Hello.
Michael Damiani.
How's it going?
Brandon Jones.
Hi.
And on the switcher, Ian Hink.
These headphones just broke.
They just broke. This just in. The headphones are broken. Let's play Recruit Me. This is where patrons of Easy Allies submit RPG characters to join our party. This comes from Rammer.
Oh.
Okay.
I am a mime who can affect the world by miming objects or abilities. Like if I mime holding a bow and shoot it, the invisible arrow can kill our enemies. I'm great at sneaking and can appear behind anyone at the blink of an eye to disembowel our enemies. I have a maniacal face and constant unsettling grin, but despite my off-putting appearance, I am misunderstood and incredibly loyal and caring. My name is Mime Mister. Would you have me join this party?
Yes.
Why?
Yes, definitely.
He
That's
is
a
well
yes.
qualified.
Better than not.
He could kill our enemies. He just looks a little goofy.
He doesn't look a little goofy. It's not a little goofy. It's been made clear it's
You're
disturbing.
a little too harsh on him, probably, all right?
Okay.
Knowing you got something with mimes. He sounds like a swell guy who's misunderstood and can carry his weight. In fact, probably carry us to victory.
Yeah.
He can't talk.
We don't need him to talk. He could write down something if he really needs to.
It's better that he can't talk.
Yeah.
Damiani, do you want to recruit this person?
Seems very, very efficient and useful.
But what's
there's
your
no
hang
but,
up?
actually.
What's your hang up? Oh.
There's no but.
So this is
That was
this
my
unanimous? We're
Oh,
allowing
yeah, I'm in. I
recruit?
do not want this person as our villain. I do not
That's
want
a
to
good
piss
point, Jones.
this psycho mime off who can stealth anywhere he wants.
It's almost so that's a good point is to
All smiles.
keep him off the bad team. Is to
Welcoming with
recruit
open
him.
arms.
All right, so we're going to recruit Mime Mister at the end of the podcast. We will see if he lives. It's not guaranteed.
Right.
Jones, begin corrections music, please. Inside Xbox is a monthly show that is about long. It's the Inside Xbox is not weekly. That one's like it's like an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, I guess. This week on Xbox is the weekly show.
Got it.
Okay.
So when at XO18, when that's happening and there's an Inside Xbox at that, it's a bigger deal than the weekly show. It's
Got it.
like the monthly or you know.
And Inside Xbox is what was it, XCOM? Or what was it, Gamescom?
Yes, that was Inside Xbox.
Got it.
Absolutely. Nice set. They have a really nice set for that. The DF in the time zone stands for Distrito Federal.
Oh, dang.
Federal District.
I looked that up, and I was going to say that, but I wasn't sure if it was right.
Distrito Federal, yeah. And Mexico City. Did you know in Mexico they just call Mexico City Mexico DF or LDF? Because the Mexico is redundant.
Right.
Yeah. Well, no, they say Mexico DF.
Like Sahara.
But it's like Washington, D.C., you know what I mean? Like, what a dumb name for a city, but we just stand by it. It's so silly.
We call it DC.
Yeah, and we call it
usually.
D.C. We call it LDC. Absurd, though. Like, it's just, okay, whatever. Ooh, here's like a nerdy little fact. Peter Salas, the usual voice of Wallace, did not provide the voice for Grand Adventures, that game. He was instead voiced by Aardman's official backup voice actor, Ben Whitehead. This was the very first time Wallace had been voiced by anyone other than Peter Salas on screen.
Nice.
I like trivia, that's fun. Puzzle Agent, apparently very good. We talked about 2 Puzzle Agent games from Telltale last week. I like this when people in the comments, not necessarily a correction, but they're like, I can vouch for this. It's actually a very, very good game. Sure. All right. I'm willing to give you credit.
Sweet.
I'm willing to believe you.
Cool.
Oh, and speaking of Puzzle Agent, Nelson Tethers, the star of Puzzle Agent, he is an original character, but the game exists in the pre-existing Grickle universe of comics and animation created by Gran Annable. So it wasn't an original IP necessarily. It was an original character, but... And correction music. Thank you, Jones. Ooh, you know what I also like to do on the podcast is updates. Oh, yeah. So we'll get there, Brad.
I got excited.
Not yet. The podcast has not yet begun even. We talked a lot last week about how we were feeling like there might not be a PSX.
Right.
Within the last 7 days, Sean Layden has officially announced that there will be no PSX in 2018. There simply isn't enough content. Sorry, everybody. See you next year, maybe.
I think the odds are totally fine for it coming back next year.
Okay.
Yes.
I think they can totally take a year off and then come back when it's ready. Just kind of like press conferences, you know.
Because
like,
we'll be playing PS5 at that point.
Yeah,
so
smart money's
they're
on
gonna
PS5.
want, yeah. So they're gonna
Smart
want to
money.
like show off new games
yeah.
they're gonna be playing with
Yeah.
their PS5s.
right,
Yeah.
right.
No, I think you're right, Johns. I feel like maybe it was just an off year. Interestingly enough, Greg Miller of Kinda Funny that day after hearing news of this says, "Okay, baby, we're having our own press conference." Puts out a tweet, says, "Anybody who wants in, let me know." And obviously they can't let everybody in or else that'd be a
Right.
4-hour show. But yeah, they're going to be having a press conference
That's
that
cool.
weekend that PSX would normally be in, the weekend of the Game Awards.
And like Devolver and Annapurna and a bunch of other little indie devs were tweeting at him like, "Oh, us."
Yeah,
So they're gonna
I
have
like
stuff.
went through the thread. It's a lot of developers.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of
PSX
people
is
are in.
great for like little indie game or studios. So
Yeah.
this is good news for them.
Yeah, I should make it clear the press conference is going to be them in front of their screens. It's not going to be like a big live show.
No, right, absolutely.
But I think it'll be well viewed online.
yeah, it'll give people games to show off and stuff.
I'm going to guess at least 10K watching it. You know what I mean? And so
I think you get more than that.
yeah, it might even get more than that. And so I think that's pretty
I think
cool.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Last week Ian spoke of the rumor of a Castlevania collection called Castlevania Requiem coming out. Last week it was officially announced by Konami, actually the day after we recorded. So yeah, Castlevania Requiem includes Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood. It is a PlayStation 4 exclusive game.
Sony is helping actually port it, which is
Yes.
so weird.
Well, I guess the reason for that, Damiani, is it's likely based off of the PSP ports of those games.
Yeah, it looked like the artwork looked like the PSP version.
So I guess that's why that is.
But if it is the PSP version, it'll have the original version also with it.
Cool. That comes out October 26th for $19.99.
I mean, it's
It's a good
more
deal.
God damn.
Good thing
Konami
it has
couldn't
no
do it
competition
themselves.
that day.
No competition.
Yeah, nothing else coming out that day.
It was a good day. What's up, Damiani?
And both.
It's Konami couldn't handle the port job themselves, so they asked Sony to do it.
Okay, come on. They just did Zone of the Enders 2, dude.
No, it wasn't them.
Well, they published it.
They're publishing it, but
So you're saying Sony is developing this?
I think they're doing most of the legwork for this project. Yes.
Yeah, it might be actually. So
Because why? Like, I'm not trying to port bang anything, but like from a marketing standpoint, it makes absolutely zero sense to do this huge push for like these characters. One of them who's tied to these games in Smash Brothers, and then like, oh, here's a game that.
Oh, Richter, you're so right. Yeah,
of Richter.
Richter is in
and
Rondo
it's
of
like,
Blood.
oh, cool, we might get a collection on all the systems, maybe. No, here's it just on place. I get it. Sure, Sony's doing this, but it's just the smart move would have been to put this on every single system possible. It's just a little weird.
I mean, you mean the Switch in particular, though, don't you?
Yeah.
Don't you start Symphony of the Night as Richter as well?
Yes. It plays the
Yeah.
end of Rondo
It's
Blood.
there.
Yeah, that's so. You're right, Damiani. That should be on Switch. You're absolutely right. But I
Dude,
guess,
they weren't picking up the tab, and Sony stepped in.
yeah, I do. I think it's like,
Yeah,
it might be the same initiative who did Parappa and Loco Roco and Wipeout recently. There have been some basically PlayStation games, but the ones that were on Vita or PSP or Loco Roco on PSP and all that. So yeah, and so it might be that team looking at their catalog and saying, "Oh, obviously we should do Symphony of the Night."
Yeah.
And Konami saying, "Okay."
Thank you.
And yeah, Damiani, I think it just never occurred to them, Konami, that like, hey, we should be on Switch right now.
I think I don't know. I don't know how strong their interest is in like pushing like their game effort, their game front anymore versus
It was a few months ago. We talked, maybe more than few at this point. They had a mobile game coming out soon, a legit
mobile.
semi-big budget Castlevania game. I'd say equal to the DS games, equal to that level of Castlevania budget. It is mobile. Why is that game not on Switch? I'd be more curious about that.
I mean, I don't know if that's the question I would ask for that, but I think the deep down question I would just like Konami to answer is: do they want to get back into like making and developing new games, or are they just gonna be like a publisher who like just hands out their license and lets other people do like the legwork? And if they're willing to do that, like sure, we'll give it to you and we'll publish it.
Well, what's nuts is Bomberman R was one of the Switch's biggest selling launch titles.
Yeah.
It's nuts. And so I don't think they're done, dude. I just think that they do have a limited capacity.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like more of like they have to be like very cautious. Like maybe there's like a team inside Konami who wants to get back to like we want to make games again.
Yeah.
And someone's like, prove it to us. Start small.
Yeah.
Like if you can't treat a small project, with like respect and like take it seriously, then we're not going to take you seriously about a bigger project. We're not going to like take the risk on that.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if it's that. I hope it's that.
Yeah.
And they're just going to keep proving themselves with these small victories, and then eventually they'll be like, all right, yeah, let's greenlight something bigger. Let's get back into it.
Back to prominence.
Yeah.
Konami will be Capcom in 5 years.
Within our natural lifespans.
Within our natural, if we live to the lifespan of an average person in the United States. Brad, what's my favorite way to start a podcast?
Game announcement.
And so we don't have a game announcement this week.
What?
We have a game leak this week.
Oh, yeah.
A big old AAA leak.
It's leaking.
Leaky cauldron?
Yeah, hey, there we go. There was a Harry Potter game leaked that, we have to describe this. So you hear Harry Potter game leak, I'm clicking on that video immediately before I look at details. I want to see what this looks like. And when this starts up, you go out into that hall where the floating candles, it's where everybody eats, and, they learn about their points. It's the big old Harry Potter hall. I'm thinking, okay, you're trying to trick me. This is some little fan project. This is Nintendo
mobile game.
Yeah, well, not even mobile game. Just like somebody did this. It's like a little private project. You know what I mean?
Unreal 4 project.
Yeah. Then the next shot is the character creator. You see faces that are being developed, and I'm like, that's a pretty good face.
Not him with the face.
Yeah.
I love the beat by beat reaction from Kyle.
Because I'm like assembling it. You know what I mean? It is so fun to watch a game for the first time, and maybe we'll just talk about this more in the discussion. It's a bummer that this is the way we see it, because I got to say, this is not the main release of this trailer. It's again a leak, but it's leaked cell phone footage of this trailer. There is a mouse cursor on the trailer the entire time. But as the trailer develops, you see more and more things that make it clear this is not somebody's fan project. This is a big budget, highly developed game, clearly from a large studio. We'll go into the studio and stuff later, but I want to know your first impressions panel of this Harry Potter game. Visually.
Visually?
Yeah.
It looked good for seeing an off-camera cell phone video, I guess.
Sure. What looked good, though?
Lots of destruction.
Graphically, yeah.
Destruction
lots
in a
of-
Harry Potter game?
Yeah, he was,
knocking
like, shooting
doors down,
yeah.
dropping ceilings on people.
Yeah. Creating
in
the
opposite,
bridge,
you bring,
yeah.
having something crumbled come back together.
Yes, like a rewind feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sick.
Like that
Interactive
troll getting the
environment.
axe in his chest, too.
Oh, yeah.
Looked
blowing
awesome.
open the
Yeah, so what did he do?
door?
He blasted
Oh,
open
yeah.
a door and a sword flew into some orc's chest?
Rated M
think
for
it was-
mature, baby.
I think it
looks
was
rated M for
shrapnel.
mature.
Shrapnel.
I think it was shrapnel from
Okay.
the
The
door.
door.
that-
Like stone
Still
shrapnel?
cool.
Yeah, stone
Still cool.
shrapnel.
Stone
Violent.
shrapnel.
But a
yeah.
little bit of blood, too.
A little
Yeah,
bit of blood.
violent.
Rated
blood.
M for mature.
That orc is dead.
T for team.
Also, the very slow-moving third-person character going through a town, which
Oh, that
always
town,
a fan
dude.
of.
Great town. And then the
Always a
forest
fan.
immediately after that.
Yeah, to just to kind of show like, hey, look at this world that we're in. And so a lot of people, I don't know if I could totally glean that from watching this trailer, but like a lot of people in their headlines are like, open world Harry Potter RPG, let's do it. And it's like, I don't know if they're hearing open world from what they know or if they're just, saying that because it's kind of looks that way.
I actually
don't
haven't
wanna get
seen
too
any
excited,
indication
but
that it's open world. Yeah. Yeah.
that'd be great.
Yeah, the character creator is pretty cool. We'll go into more details that we know about it, but I was interested in that. The spells.
Lots of stuff in class. So you're just seeing them
Yes.
sitting in class doing experiments, making things happen.
Yeah. So, yeah, maybe we should go into details now, because basically what happened is how this was leaked. I wrote down his name, Vape This Bro. He's a Reddit user who was doing a market research thing. Yeah, so we had access to this trailer because of market research and just posted it on Reddit. Why not?
Why not?
Why not be famous for a day and then have your account deleted? So posted this thing, and yeah, I mean, that's what's so frustrating is that basically WB paid a market research firm to like get people to gauge how excited they are about this. Why? Why even bother? Why show that like
At this point,
Yes.
with a video this far along,
Do you like this game? And like, Vape This Bro is like clicking like, I like it like a 7. And like that is the reason this whole game leaked is because it's some stupid market research firm. Like what is obviously a cool game and obviously just everybody's going to love this game. You don't need to do market research on this trailer. I'm
Right.
I'm really mad about that.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I'm
for the
fascinated
suits.
with
Yeah.
like how'd they get it? How are you able to replay this without somebody in the room knowing you were doing it? Clearly, like the mouse, I don't think the mouse is up there the whole time. I think it moves. It like slides
Yeah.
over halfway through the video.
And you have audio, so there's clearly speakers.
So yeah, so they're replaying this off a laptop. I'm guessing that they all watched it on or something. But if
Sure.
it's like,
Guessing, yeah.
so this person had access to it enough to be alone in the room, or like at the consent of the people that were also working on it. So, because it doesn't strike me as somebody who was on the staff, because why would they like curse the project this way, and why would they shoot off screen if they had access to the file?
It looked
Yeah,
like
It's
it
just
could
such a
have been
weird middle ground of like how
It looked like it could have been a phone in a shirt pocket to me.
Oh, the her tactic.
It's not wobbly though. It's a really good.
Well, yeah,
like,
sitting
off-cam.
down. They're just,
It's not at much of an angle either.
Yeah, that's
like,
true. I
it's-
don't know.
It's really just kind of the reflection of the screen that's like when it goes to like pure black, you see the screen, and obviously the sound is not
So-
great. But
So my presumption was it's this kind of thing where like you just sign up online. It's just like, hey, you want $100 for 1 hour's work? Watch a bunch of videos and then give them
Yeah,
numbers.
I used to
you
do
know?
stuff like that.
Yeah, that was my presumption. Is what this is. This person was taking the video in their own home, but obviously we'll never know. We cannot contact Vape this bro.
I don't think that would be the case. That's
I've
way
never
too
done one at
risky.
Yeah.
I know someone I met who I don't know their name, so I can't. Don't ask me. But someone told me that they were in what turned out to be Sekiro. They were in a focus group before the trailer was even out, and they were like, it's Soulsy and feudal Japan, and that's all they said. to
Sorry,
me.
what was that person's name?
I don't know. But that was like way before that trailer even happened. So like, who knows how long it'll be before this thing happens? But that was in a room in a controlled setting, which with way more security than this apparently.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, it's how they gauge like market interest. To me, it's so foolish.
Well, he said like they were like, "Do you like this or do you want more sneaking
Yeah,
and stuff?" And it's like, oh, they're actually like asking for like deets.
which to me is so dumb. It's just such like an unnecessary position for game design. Though, I mean, a lot of game designers say market research is clutch for us. I think more they mean like
Yeah.
testing. I think when like the game is like playable and people get stuck in certain things or people want more of this or more of that, a trailer there's no reason for it in my eyes. Like to me, this is a big hit. If this trailer was shown first full screen without a mouse cursor on it, everybody would be tweeting out. They probably already are.
Yeah.
But it's weird. It is a mature take on Harry Potter. You're playing as not just a 10-year-old, but like a 5th year, which I guess you're 18 at that point.
No, fifth year would be 15, right? Isn't it 10 to? Because he's 17, 18 when he graduates, 7 years.
So just a 15-year-old boy in that game? I don't feel like he looks 15.
I don't know.
Because it's
Yeah.
7-year
older.
school.
Yeah,
Well,
weird
Hogwarts
school.
is.
Yeah.
Well, the notes say 5th year; they don't say age. So just because I think this person acquires magic later in life and then joins the school, from what I've read.
Oh, okay.
So maybe they are at 5th grade comprehension of magic, but they could potentially be older.
Dude,
Fifth year-
imagine. Sorry.
Fifth year students are 15 to 16. Yeah.
Okay. Imagine having to go to school with a bunch of 15 and 16-year-olds
Right.
like sitting next to them.
What are you doing here? You're so old.
I'm here to learn.
Yeah.
Hi.
That's why you take the nighttime
I'm from
magic
the
course.
States.
Yeah,
The online
night school.
magic
I mean,
course.
compared to like a lot of the leaks that have happened lately, like leaks suck. I hate them, but if your game leaks, you want it to leak like this. Like you want the full trailer, but like there's just a lot going on. Like if we just had like a one weird 3-second gif of them just walking down the hallway with the wand, we'd be like, I don't know, it kind of looks real, could be made up. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Like this is clearly a video game. Like there's this is not a fake. This is something that's happening, and something that even in a lot of the news headlines I saw said it was good. Like said like there's a leaked Harry Potter game and it looks amazing. Like
Yes.
this is
I think we all wanna play
potentially
this.
what a lot of people
Yeah.
have been asking
Oh, yeah.
for.
I didn't even mention the music, which is great. Starts off video gamey, but then hits that Harry Potter theme.
Right
Just-
at the end,
oh, yeah.
you have the little soft. It's not a piano. I don't remember the name of the instrument that Williams used, but he had to like build one just for the score.
Guitar.
But it's when it like the owl flies in the window with the note, and it's just like a great sentiment to put at the end of this, where it's just like you are cordially invited to finally be a student at Hogwarts, and not
Yeah.
just Harry, but you get to make your own student.
And not
It's-
just on a horrible phone game. Like this is
Yeah.
the game I think we
yeah,
all
and I
want.
was gonna say on the
Big
heels
budget.
of this weird phone game that
Yeah.
even like Harry Potter fans I know, we're like,
Let's talk about the developer
Wait for a
though.
little bit.
Celesta.
Sorry? That's the instrument?
Yeah.
Oh, the Celesta. Thank
John
you.
Williams built a Celesta.
By himself.
For
his
Hedwig's theme, which
bare
is the main.
hands.
Yeah. Celesta.
Wait, that's Hedwig's theme?
Correct.
The name of the main that's Hedwig's theme.
That's funny. So he just wrote this killer thing and it's like, hey, why don't we use this for everything after this?
Well,
Good
because it
call.
always starts with Hedwig. The first couple they started with Hedwig flying,
Sure.
Right?
Hedwig's theme. That's great.
didn't they?
Cool. Avalanche
Software.
Software. Thank you, Jones. There's Avalanche Studios and Avalanche Software. It's not right. One of them's got to give.
Too many
Avalanche
Avalanches.
Studios is
Yeah.
making like 10,000 games right now.
Yes.
Like, every 6 months we get a new announcement from Avalanche Studios.
And that's why I think my first instinct was it was them. You know, it's like, oh, that must be like the Mad Max team. You know, that's what I thought. That's what it was. But no, Avalanche Software is rumored to be working on this game. We have some evidence, but I want to talk about Avalanche Software because they've made 7 games in the last 10 years. I want to see if Jones can guess these 7 games.
I can guess 4 of them.
Okay, what can you guess?
I can guess Toy Story 3,
Uh-huh.
Disney Infinity 1,
Yep.
Disney Infinity 2.0,
Yes.
Disney Infinity 3.0.
Okay. I think you know more than that even.
Okay. Oh, and they made another one, the Cars. They made
Yep.
a new Cars game.
Yep. Did they make a Cars game before that?
Did they? I don't
They
know.
did, yeah.
They
Cars
did?
2.
Okay. Oh, nice.
So then there's one left after those, Jones.
Cars.
No, so we got Cars. Oh yeah, no, they didn't do Cars. I feel like this is a Disney movie franchise, whatever, that nobody appreciates. It's like Disney movie. It is a Disney
Tangled.
movie. Animated Disney movie. No, people
Tangled's in
love
Kingdom
I
Hearts.
Tangled.
know
baby.
people love
We
Tangled.
love
Bolt.
Tangled.
Emperor's
All
New
of
Groove.
that company.
It's Bolt.
Yes!
Bolt.
I
knew it.
No one cares.
They made a Bolt game.
Yeah, Bolt's not going to be Kingdom Hearts.
Yes. Get out of here.
Nobody does care about Bolt. I don't even see Bolt.
got parts.
Poor Bolt.
Yeah, parts.
He's got that hamster in the ball. That is not a pedigree that says to me AAA action adventure game.
Why not?
It's a pedigree that to me that says treating fans well. You know, create like knowing how to approach a property. And I think the big trick that was really impressive with Infinity was that it's not just that like, oh, we're giving you Marvel and Star Wars and all this crazy stuff. It's like it's all gonna work together. Like you got to put Jack Skellington and Tinkerbell and Jack the pirate. What's his name?
Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow. Next, I'm gonna put all 3 of them together. Mr. Incredible, Sully, and it's just got to work visually. And so, I would. I think that team would have a lot of confidence going into something like this. Just one property from the get-go, and you can design a whole bunch of new stuff.
Jones, do you have fun playing through like the story stuff in Disney Infinity? Like the stuff that wasn't like people's created levels, but like are the actual like missions pretty good?
Yeah. It was basic. Like there was not a lot I did that really like taxed the brain, but like the opening of the Spider-Man thing was really fun because like Mysterio's the next villain in the next movie, and
I kinda
little
remember you,
Mysterio
yeah.
tease in Spider-Man, and really great like platforms moving around and stuff flipping around in the opening Spider-Man. So yeah, the sense that I got from that team with Infinity was not that like, oh, they're not delivering. These games don't compete with a lot of third-person action adventure games I play. It's just like they gotta, do a lot for each of these games. Not to mention build this system that you can create your own adventures and stuff. So it's like I'm not gonna be too critical of the things that they're doing. I'm not gonna be critical of this episode 4 through 6 Star Wars game and compare that to like Super Star Wars or Force Unleashed or something. It's just a completely different type of project.
I mean, and I can vouch for Toy Story 3. I think that's a top 20 PlayStation 3 game. Toy Story 3 is a very good video game.
Because it did fun things with the property.
Yep.
It's something that you can. It's not like, oh, you see Toy Story 3 and it spoils it.
Yep.
It's like, no, it just complements this. Like you're gonna love this universe so much more having played it.
Well, and also
And so-
like, I mean, I don't know how early this footage is. Clearly, like you can see a health bar for troll_A_1 at
Yeah,
one
I
point.
saw that.
And
near
it's
the
just like, okay, so yeah, that's clearly this isn't final footage, But I mean, this Harry Potter game strikes me as like a good mid-budget effort. It doesn't seem like a AAA, huge millions of dollars, thing. I think it's gonna be a really cozy mid-budget game.
That transitions well into the history. I want to like look at more of Avalanche. We'll get to why that makes sense. So, in May of 2016, Disney stopped doing Disney Interactive. They said, we don't want to make video games anymore. We don't publish them anymore. Bye. And they closed down several studios, I think, but one of those was Avalanche Software. Straight up shut it down. 8 months later, January of 2017, Warner Brothers Interactive says, hey, we want to buy that studio you shut down 8 months ago. Buys it from Disney, buys the Octane engine. I tried to find more details about this. They had some proprietary engine that Disney owned because they own that studio that they shut down. So they bought that and the company. They reinstated the CEO, John Blackburn, and
Nice.
yeah, basically that company kept existing as it was before, but under Warner Brothers Interactive. And actually, Cars 3 was published by WB.
Oh.
How nuts is
Really?
that? Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, I remember us saying how nuts that was at the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it
That's
was
weird.
very nuts. Yeah. So that's what happened then, and so it's like, oh, so what do you think WB wants to do with Avalanche? Probably some kids games, you know. That was our best assumption.
Yeah.
In April of 2017, there was a job listing for Avalanche Software. Warner Brothers Games Inc. seeks a senior writer for the Avalanche story department. We are looking for a talented storyteller with a deep understanding of British culture and grammatical presentation. Applicants should be creative, self-motivated problem solvers who enjoy collaborating with other writers and designers to create an immersive game narrative. Probably could have ended after the British part. So
If they
wanted...
sound like that, they should definitely not be writing a British game for sure.
I love how many
Welcome
resume
to Hogwarts.
buzzwords were in that.
Yeah,
If you
problem
want-
solvers.
See you in the Great
Good
Hall.
teamwork.
Okay.
The owls with our mail.
So yeah, it was funny. I think I saw some headlines that thought that was Harry Potter at that time. I saw another one, the one that I just ripped that from, said, I should actually say Game Zone. I got that from Game Zone. Game Zone's like, could be Robin Hood. Like,
Okay.
sure, yeah, you know, they were like making guesses about what other British
Weird
actors-
Robin Hood movie coming out.
Yeah,
right
could be
now.
Sherlock Holmes, but we get this. We got that story on top of this game being revealed. Clearly, it's WB as they own Harry Potter. So I think a lot of people put those things together, and then Eurogamer kind of finished putting those pieces together in their reporting, in which they said, "Yeah, we hear that it is Avalanche Software. There's very little reason to doubt that Avalanche Software of Utah is making a Harry Potter game." And so, Ian, the reason why I think it looks a little low budge right now, they can't have been working on it for more than a year and a half.
Yeah.
This game is
Yeah.
way early in development.
Sure, yeah.
That's nuts. This is nuts to me. I mean, I wish it had whatever the Xbox 18 or the Game Awards, announcement. I wish that it had the quality that I wanted in its announcement, but I think there's every reason to be really excited about this game.
You want to know what excites me the most in this trailer is that there's one part on the top left you can see buttons. I think my memory is that they're PlayStation buttons like R1, R2, but
They're actually they're B. One of them was B.
Oh, okay, so it's Xbox, but or Switch maybe, but that each button is tied to a different spell, and like you're pointing spells at walls and doing them, and that to me means that it's gonna be really interactive and you can choose which spells to use where and stuff, and that's gonna feel really cool.
Yeah, what hit me was the papers flying through the air.
Yeah, just
You're not just shooting electricity. You're doing some cool stuff with the environment
A
around
lot of fun
you.
things with lighting.
Yeah.
He says Lumos and lights up, and they like the last shot in the trailers, like him. I think he gets hit by the troll, and so the light goes out on his wand, and then he like does a spell, and the whole room lights up, and you see the troll like attacking. I say troll. I'm not exactly sure. I'm guessing it's troll.
Big orcish creature.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big Auga. The Gridowers of creatures. We should talk more about the details, though, that were part of the PR that was associated with the trailer, because we know even more about this game. I should have gone into these things. We know that some of these RPG elements, there are 8 classes in this game. You
Oh.
choose from one of 8 classes.
whoa, really?
Yeah.
Wait,
What are the classes in a Harry Potter world?
Yeah.
Yeah, John, what would the classes be in a Harry Potter world?
Well, you look at the different schools. I mean, like
Yeah.
Defense Against the Dark Arts, that's a class. Potions, that's a class.
Horror.
Like, you
Okay.
could take more of the historian angle, and like maybe it takes less time to meet new people and communicate with them. Language could be a big deal. You could be talking to different beasts and races and stuff. And yeah, just off the top of my head.
Yeah,
Sure.
it'd be like Auror or Herbalist or whatever.
Yeah.
Potions.
Alchemist.
To me, it's
Yeah,
interesting
Alchemist.
to see this kind of combat-heavy game where you're not wearing armor and looking cool. You look dapper. I think all the characters that we saw looked dapper, but nobody was wearing armor. Damiani is not feeling the coolness.
So that's the thing.
Okay, get in this.
I get
Get in
I
this.
get a little bit excited. I get partially excited about what we saw in this leak trailer. Then I think back to all of the Harry Potter games I had to review at game trailers.
Which is what? How many did you have to
Deathly
review?
Hallows Part 1, Deathly Hallows Part 2, The Dark Half-Blood Prince, and I dubbed some of those Gears of Potter because they were basically third-person shooters using your magic and spamming it and stuff.
All
So,
three of those were like action-heavy games?
Deathly Hallows 1 and 2 definitely
Okay.
were. I think Half-Blood Prince used motion controls. I think it did on Wii. And you had to like use like motion controls. Had like potions class. Basically, a lot of the stuff you saw here has been in those games before.
Sure.
Some of them using motion controls as well. Like, oh, you get to use the wand and stuff. That's gonna be like perfect. And none of those were very good. In fact, I would say like the Deathly Hallows games were actually pretty bad. And they weren't AAA games, but they were trying to recreate a lot of the environments from the books and the films. They used the likenesses of the actors, obviously, from the films.
Yep.
And I thought those were going to be like this could be good, and they're a little bit more combat heavy because there's a lot of fighting in the Deathly Hallows. Like there's this big battle at Hogwarts at the end. Like
Nah, that fight sucks.
okay, there's a lot of magic dueling going on, but okay, it sucks, but okay, sure, yeah, sure, okay, but.
There weren't many good Harry Potter games. It's not like you can compare the ones
Yeah,
you reviewed
like-
to the other really amazing ones.
Yeah, I'd say there were 6.
But I
bet
guess
there were
like this
6
was like
good Harry Potter
360.
games. Yeah.
This was a 360 PS3 era. They
Yeah.
were showing off like decent graphics at the time, and I don't think that's like that's not enough.
Sure.
And I'm looking for a Harry Potter game that conjures up more of the one that lets you actually roam the castle grounds, like completely seamlessly connected.
Yeah, that was Order of the Phoenix.
There you go.
Here's your focus testing right now, Bossman.
Yes.
Damiani's telling you,
I want that. I want to go through that world and just like have that, like, so like the herbology stuff, the alchemist stuff, like that stuff. Yeah, sure. I love this. Like, let me wander in there and make you attend the class and like, I like this class. I'm gonna keep going to this class every day or something like that and get better at that. You level up. But if you ignore it, like, I don't like that class. I'm gonna go do Defense Against the Dark Arts. Well, yeah, you become a better fighter. Like, the concept of picking a class at the start, and that's like every game does that. But if you could like make choices through like your school year, your 5th year, like that feels more like a natural school thing.
Yeah.
Like you choose your course electives and stuff like that.
So here, I get the impression that Harry Potter's a lot about bloodlines. You know what I mean? Like if your parents talk to snakes, you can talk to snakes. Is that wrong, Jones? Is that like a wrong impression?
magic does pass down through bloodlines. That's like
Yeah.
where mudblood comes from because they're, saying Hermione is not pure blood.
Yeah.
Magic.
So I'm saying
But,
you don't get to pick your specialties, Damiani. You don't get to pick if you want to talk to snakes or
Then
not.
why
just 'cause you take the
why do you get
class.
to pick 8 different classes? Why is there even a character creator in this game?
Because you
then?
pick backgrounds when you make a character in an RPG.
Oh, so
I
you
think,
gotta pick one
Kyle,
of 8 illustrious backgrounds.
Yes.
It's more like magic at all is bloodline, but I think
Yeah.
you can specialize whatever you want.
Oh, okay.
Like the parcel tongue thing, no one I don't think has been a parcel tongue for a long
That's
time.
extremely rare. Yeah.
That's why it's a
Got
big
it.
deal.
and it's not
Remember the
true.
li-
He gets that because of the scar.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember the line from the movie, Kyle?
No.
goes-
I don't remember any line from any of the Harry
It's
Potter
like,
movies.
did you all hear the voices too? Sorry, Harry. When he hears a snake, he goes, "Sorry, Harry. Even the Wizarding world, hearing voices isn't very good." Hermione like lectures him.
Damiani, great pull. That was a good pull.
I like to give a nod to Bully, which I thought did classes really well. There was just a silly mini game or like trivia or one of them English class would give you a bunch of letters and you had to make as many words as you possibly could.
Oh, that kind
And
of
you don't have to
class.
go to any class ever. You could finish that game and not go to any class, maybe 1 or 2, correct me if I'm wrong. But it was neat because it was like one was like bike speed. So you would go and have to do this mini game that I hated where you like grind things back and forth and like rotate with the analog stick, but it made your bike go faster every time you
So
had
it's
that
worth it.
class.
Sure.
And so it was, and I didn't know like what class was coming up what day. So it'd be like right in the middle of some activity and it's like, oh, oh, damn it. Oh, I want to go to that class. Like, okay, I'll go today just to do that. But that other class, screw that. I'm not going to go to that one. So I'd be playing hooky and like for a specific reason, like for a specific class.
That's cool.
So it'd be neat, yeah, if you could do that. Like you get assignments where you're like, I don't necessarily need to do all these.
A couple more details I need to get out there. It takes place in the 1800s.
Yes,
So
the best.
long
The
before.
best.
Yes.
My absolute favorite detail I've heard out of everything I've seen and heard about this project.
All right, well then let's stop on this detail
That
for a
would- there's-
second.
there's
That's your
gonna be-
favorite detail?
Yes.
Why?
Because they're not beholden to anything. It's Arkham Asylum. It's Spider-Man. It's what you want out of anybody approaching a property. That it's just like, let's
Free.
put them in a time period. They can just go nuts.
No Hagrid, no Dobby.
Like there's gonna be nothing where we're like, did J.K. approve that? It's
Yeah.
like it's 200 years ago. Who could,
Yeah.
Let them tell this fun story. So it's
Kinda
like all
like-
the teachers are gonna be different. All the students are are gonna be different. You know, like it's a prequel, so we kind of know some stuff. But I just love that it's in it, and it's a fun time period. It's gonna be neat to go. Like, what does Hogsmeade look like in that era? What does London look like? Maybe we go there. You know, like what's different about Hogwarts? You know, like are there gonna be any teases of things that they introduce or you know, stuff that you know? Like is Hagrid's hut there? But obviously Hagrid's not there. You know, like curious. What that world is like.
Hearing about it being in a setting with
Dadgrid?
Wow.
Dadgrid.
Dadgrid. Dadgrid and Grand Dadgrid. And Great Grand Granddad. Please submit fan art of Hagrid.
Don't do that. Don't do that. It just looks like Hagrid.
Yeah.
Sorry, Damiano, your point I interrupted.
But yeah, go riffing off Jones here with the 1800 sentence. For me personally, stories involving magic, the less technologically advanced the setting, the more I seem to get into
buy
it.
in. Yeah, I get
and
that.
we've seen enough. We've seen through Fantastic Beast, we're seeing like the early 20th century. We've already seen Harry Potter, the late 20th century. So we've seen like wizards in modern time. That's cool. Now it's like, yeah, let's see you do it in like, you know, older times. So get closer to like, you know, the stereotypical image of like magic and like, you know, wizardry and stuff like that. The closer you get to that, it feels almost like more pure or something. Like, and I don't know, like Harry Potter going that direction in time seems better to me.
Yeah,
I agree.
I would. I know a lot of people are really excited because Hogwarts looks really great, and I'm like, I want to go to class and I want to spend time there. I would love it actually if Hogwarts was like a small part of this game. It was like your instruction, and then you graduate and you're out, and then you go out into the world. I would not be a huge fan if the story was like, oh no, there's a big, you know, battle at Hogwarts. Like there wasn't. Stop. You know, like just you can make something fun happen in the wizarding world that has nothing to do with Hogwarts. You know,
Jones, if I can be cynical for a second, I think you are a 5th-year student, so they can make 2 more games that focus around Hogwarts.
Absolutely.
Sure.
I think that is
Absolutely think about a franchise every time they make a new IP.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening there, Brad. One last detail, Brad, and this is something I don't believe about the game. I want to know if you believe this.
Okay.
This game is so RPG-like that you could choose to be good or evil.
Yes.
You
I
believe that?
Yeah.
You believe they'll actually let me be evil in this Harry Potter game?
To an extent.
Okay.
Like, evil for them is going to be Slytherin style. You
Yeah.
can talk to snakes.
You can, like,
No,
bully
as far
kids.
as it
the
goes.
Cruciatus curse.
Yeah.
You can just
What is that?
torture somebody. Just like boop. And then they-
300 forgivable
But that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you could learn Avada Kedavra if you're like super evil.
killing curse.
Yeah.
Oh,
That one's
man.
forbidden. That's a forbidden
So
spell.
is Cruciat. So is that one.
Yeah, the 3 forbidden curses.
There are
One of the
3.
forbidden
Named
curses.
What's
so,
the third?
They're forbidden. Control people, right?
Yeah,
That's
mind,
right, yeah,
mind
get into
control.
Yeah, get in their mind
Brain
control. You can't mind
Bunch
possess.
of geeks
Is
right
that
now.
funny? It's funny because like Mario does it all the time. Mario is using that forbidden magic.
That's what. Yeah.
But then Mario
Honestly,
walks
it's
into
messed up,
Hogwarts,
man.
he got expelled. He's like, nope, Mario. And had to go out of well, Cappy, we got to go do something about this.
Yeah.
Did you know that Hogwarts was founded in 990 A.D.? I was like, oh, maybe this is about the building of
Like
Hogwarts.
Godric.
Oh, so we're
It's so old.
No, it's like a long time ago.
Yeah,
'cause
990
Godric,
AD.
Gryffindor.
I didn't realize it was so
Rowena.
old.
Man, let's go back there
Ravenclaw.
too.
Yeah, dude.
Sequels.
Give me more
Time
sequels.
travel.
Yeah, it's hard for me not to be excited. And it's funny because, you know, I don't read the books. I don't care about the movies that much. I love that Harry Potter universe.
Yeah,
I
it's
love that
great.
world. It's so fun. There's just so much to it. It's just like perfect for video games. This is almost an ideal video game for me. I'm pretty stoked about this.
Yep.
Yeah, just talking about this makes me want to go to Universal in a Harry Potter robe with my little wand and go to Harry Potter Wizarding World right now.
Tommy, I would love to see you do that.
Do you
Great
wanna
to have
watch?
a title. People are really calling it the Wizarding World, but we don't know.
Oh, I think Eurogamer
Oh, yeah,
had
yeah,
some
what's-
titles
yeah.
actually. Let me pull those up.
That's
Oh.
the name of the overall franchise.
Yeah, so it's not called the Harry Potter franchise. Excuse me for dropping that 5 times throughout
Yeah,
this
the
discussion.
Wizarding
They have their own
World
logo
of
and
Harry
stuff.
Potter.
Ooh.
If you see, it's like a bunch of wands and like a fan. It kind of looks like the NBC
Whoa.
peacock.
So this is Eurogamer. They got a tweet from Lizo and Ziba, who says it's either Harry Potter Magic Awakened or Magic Forever.
What?
Magic Forever is like the final
no.
one.
That sounds like a Kingdom Hearts title.
Yo, if
This
it's
is
called
if we're focus testing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do not like.
Don't.
Yeah, dude.
Get your
Those-
Harry
those have
Potter
to-
out of there. He's not in
Yes.
this game. Get out of
Because they're doing
here.
it for the brand recognition,
But if
for
it's
sure.
called if it's called Magic Forever, you know this is an MMO or online or something, and
Oh,
then it's
yeah.
gonna be bad.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
it could be,
No.
games as a service. I could see it going that way for sure.
No, Hogwarts something or Wizarding World something, but no, get your Harry Potter out of here.
Hogwarts is a good idea.
Yeah.
Hogwarts has almost the same brand recognition, and then you don't
everyone
need-
knows what Hogwarts is.
I love how Harry's like pissed in all the Universal Studios ads. I have never seen an ad for any Universal Studio park featuring Harry Potter material where he looks like he's having a good time at all.
Yeah.
Like every poster, it's like, ah! You're like, what, Harry? God, I'm on vacation, man. Calm down.
serious.
Yes.
You know?
Dude,
He's sick of
it's
being
after
Harry.
that turn. After he got his kiss, he was never the same
Yeah,
again.
book 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got all angry and puberty struck.
Really hear that? Sounds like it's podcast halftime.
Nothing but Harry Potter for the opening of this podcast. The following are the official sponsors of Easy Allies for the month of October. Imagine Bedding. Every mattress they make is brand new and made to order. This means they won't start producing your mattress until your name is attached to it. For a limited time, receive 2 free pillows with any mattress purchase from their website, imaginebedding.com. Imagine Bedding. Imagine good sleep. Mango. Beaten Down Brian. Sweet Justice, a sound design company from the southern shores of the UK. They've worked on some of the biggest AAA titles, the most refreshing indie titles, and collaborated with the best development teams in the world. El Fanis. Hogue Law Business Law Firm. Whether you're starting a business at level 1, stuck fighting the dreaded fundraising boss, or finally cashing out with a well-earned high score, you need a good business lawyer at your side. Hogue Law brings more than a decade of experience forming and funding companies, negotiating contracts, and everything in between. At Hogue Law, it's always business law time. Check them out at hoeglaw.com or on Twitter at Hogue Law. iKeyless. iKeyless.com is proud to sponsor Easy Allies. If you need a replacement car key or remote, use offer code EZA at checkout for free shipping and 30% off of your order. Be Haunted. Joetown wants you to check out his Kickstarter. Be Haunted, a graphic novel about a young woman and the ghosts that haunt her. Written by Joey Donaldson and illustrated by Tuna, Be Haunted tells the story of Bee, a young actress struggling to find her spot on the stage and her place in the world. Bee's life takes an unexpected and paranormal twist when she finds herself haunted by a horde of ghosts. What do these ghosts want, and where do they come from? Check out BeHaunted.com or the link below to learn more and support this graphic novel. P.S. Special thanks to Beaten Down Brian for the shout out last week. And our mega sponsor, Jigar Bob Productions. What up? It's your boy, Jigger Bob.
Hey.
Back again with some rad takes of both the hot and cold variety, like this. Undertale is just okay. Also, Isaac shouldn't be in Smash Brothers. Bring on Steve from Minecraft. All of these links are available in the description. Thank you to our sponsors.
Excellent use of that slot. That's so funny.
Okay. All right. Hey, fair enough, man.
Yeah. It's a take.
It's a take.
These are all just takes.
After we finished the podcast last week, we had some news drop. Hey, how nice is it that that stupid Harry Potter thing leaked today?
Yeah.
All the other podcasts, they gotta wait to talk about this.
We got the
we got
scoops.
dibs on this one. Sony announced that it will allow crossplay with other consoles only for Fortnite. They launched it as a beta. They're saying, we're just going to try this out. It's a beta program, but they launched it that day of the announcement. Anybody on PlayStation can play. Anybody on Xbox, on mobile, on Switch. Epic is working to make it so that you'll be able to combine accounts and all the things that you bought through those accounts. That happened.
Yeah.
Good step.
Yeah, I think what is interesting about it, the thing that I would pull from the headline is that Sony isn't necessarily saying, yeah, we're done with that. We're totally open now. We're going to be with everybody.
Absolutely.
It definitely seems like this is going to happen on a case-by-case basis.
Yes.
It definitely seems like, I don't think this panel, I have a question. Would this have happened? Would crossplay have happened without the popularity of Fortnite?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, not at all.
It's only happening because of how
Yes.
popular it is.
I think it's 100% that, yes.
Is the only other crossplay game Final Fantasy
What do you mean?
for like you could play with like a different platform?
There's a lot of PS4 games you can play on PC as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
that,
okay.
that's how. If you're talking about 14,
Yeah.
that's the only reason it works because there is no Xbox version.
Yeah.
It's-
Oh, okay.
And there's no
Gotcha.
Nintendo. It's just Sony's PlayStation 4 and PC. And
But they
before-
never
and
played next
PS3.
to the
And 11 was the same way?
Xbox.
11 had an Xbox 360 and a PS2 version.
But they
Ooh.
played with PC, right? Well, obviously.
I think Xbox played by itself, didn't it? Maybe.
I don't know that one.
Prepare for next week.
Play by myself. But what I think is
Probably right. Yeah.
what I guess is what's crazy about that is it's a reaction, right? It is the community like getting together, getting angry, making tweets, making petitions, and then Sony like actually hearing it. And even though it wouldn't have happened without Fortnite, I think it's encouraging to see the voice of a community for something that I thought was kind of trivial, but turns out to be deeply meaningful to many people. Turns out to like work.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. My guess is that also, this is another weird takeaway. Maybe the panel feels differently about this. It's called a beta just so they could do it day one. Just so they because I think there's actually a lot of like corporate obstacles for crossplay for Sony. I think it wasn't easy for them to even get this far based off the language that they have, and just like we had to communicate with a lot of departments and things like that. So I think it was a beta just so they can say to their bosses, like, it's just a beta, we're just trying it out, and so they could just do it that day. Ian has a factoid for us. Final Fantasy XI was the first game to allow gamers across multiple platforms, Xbox 360, PS2, and PC, to play together. That is cited by the Guinness World Records.
Awesome. What's
Okay.
11?
Do you get it? Do you get a Guinness World Record for being the first to allow crossplay?
You bet,
Yeah.
dude.
Apparently.
Do you think that's in their office?
the category just says first?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah. Just frame the page.
It's like in a hallway, but maybe.
Okay. Damiani's in the Guinness Book of World Records. I'm not yet. Not me yet.
You will be.
Do you think so?
We'll get you in
If
there.
I stick at this, like maybe someday I'll do something like first crossplay.
You could get like the largest gathering of a group of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. there you
Those are the most boring ones,
Or
especially the
worse.
Spider-Man
That's what
one
they
they just
focus
did.
on
It was
now.
just so commercial, yeah. I don't know. There's not too much to say about it. I mean, maybe it'll come to other popular games like Rocket League, but I don't think it's ever going to come to Call of Duty. You know, I think there's a lot of games that there's like Minecraft maybe, but I don't know how widespread this
Yeah,
will be.
just how flexible everyone gets. Yeah.
Do we know if this also undid that weird Switch issue where people like couldn't log in to create a new Switch account?
So no,
because-
that's what Epic is working on.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've solved that yet.
That's the
But they are working
that's
on
the speed bump in front of me actually,
Yes.
because I was like, "Oh, Switch, let's do it!" Oh, and people were like, "Wait,
Oh, yeah.
if you've ever played this on PS4," and that was the only thing I played it on.
Oh, so you could do it now.
okay.
You could do that now. If you created a second account on Switch and you wanted to merge them, that's what they're working on in the future. But
Got it.
Right now,
So I can
Jones,
just log. I can fucking finally get that game on Switch right now,
and that'll
play
be
it on
your
Switch.
Epic account. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. Cool news. It's now time for love and respect.
Ooh. Love and respect.
Ooh, Jones. Okay. Stepping your game up. Let's do a very technical one. Hello, allies. There has been some speculation on some podcasts of Easy Allies regarding the release of next-gen consoles, but a tiny wrinkle has entered the picture, and that being Chinese tariffs. Due to the cost of computer components expected to rise up to 25% by the beginning of 2019, do you expect the rollout of the new consoles to be delayed more than we possibly expected until there is a shift in US policy? Or do you expect console manufacturers to release $500 consoles that they intended to release for $400 or even worse? Cheap out on the parts and make the next generational shift even less noticeable than this one. Would love to hear your opinions on this issue. Love and respect, Negator.
I could easily see $500.
You could easily see
They
that?
still do it.
Oh, you mean like Xbox One X
Yeah,
was $500?
$500.
Sure.
Xbox One when it came out was $500.
Yeah.
I think the huge impact that it would have is if they're manufacturing in the United States or not, or need parts that, like Moog synthesizers, they were like, hey, we might have to stop making these in the U.S. because it's going to be too expensive to get chips from China here. So they're going to have to like move elsewhere to make them. Whereas like Behringer makes their synths in China or wherever, so it didn't affect them really at all. So like if they're being manufactured elsewhere, it might not have that big of an impact. I don't know.
I think it might still, because it is very likely the next consoles will be partnering with AMD. I think AMD is kind of like hinted at it in weird ways. I can see the tariffs being a problem with AMD, but also with other aspects, other things you have to throw in your console. It's a very interesting question. I think, kind of like Brad, the consoles are coming out regardless. You know, I think that it'd be hard for them to sit on it to wait until policy changes. And, like, maybe it will. Maybe a trade war will end. But I don't know. This is obviously stuff beyond us. But it's interesting how it affects gaming in certain ways.
You know what they should do? Just charge us more.
Well, that's the $500. That's the $500.
But I mean,
theory.
like other countries get it for less, and America gets screwed because of our policies. Just do it. That's capitalism, baby.
Well, that's how the trade wars work. Yeah, it's like, you know, just both sides get hurt until one side caves.
I was gonna say, because like comparatively, yeah, I think the buck will just be passed on to consumers for this. Like, it's not stopping, but at the same time, like, other parts of the world also pay comparatively more than what we even pay now.
True.
Like, Europe pay, they always like are complaining about, like, when you adjust like for exchange rate and stuff, they still pay more for their systems.
And games and software too.
There's basically no such thing as an MSRP over in Europe. They're basically allowed to price it wherever it is, as long as they're not selling it at a loss, which is some kind of unfair business practice, I guess, because you can't use like unfair business practices over there to try and like undercut the competition too much. But like, I remember like the Switch was like suggested to be like 320 euros, I think, and most places offered it at 300 euros instead, or 290. And the reason I know all this is because there's a thing that came up in France recently where Amazon France is apparently can't sell any more Nintendo products because Nintendo got angry at them for undercutting so much compared to the other shops. So their products are no longer available on Amazon France anymore, including games and software as well. And everyone's like, well, they have a long history with that. But also in like Brazil, like because of tariffs and stuff, same thing, how expensive all the consoles and games are in there.
Yeah.
Like, they always complain about, like, they go to like the gray market essentially, and they import, they buy the imports, but like they get around the tariff that way, I guess, basically. So yeah, it's unique to see each situation. I think we would just pay a little bit more, and the companies would either not make a big deal, but I don't even think they would blame it on anyone. They'd just be like, yeah, it's just the expected rising cost of like production.
That's my
and everything.
big question.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna like. I don't think they get political about it. I think
How transparent they'd be.
Yeah, I think they just say like, no, just everything. It's like new generation, like 4K stuff. Everything's just more expensive. You know, they'll just like play it off like that.
I think they have no incentive to play it off.
If they're gonna get more, if they have to charge more, but people are willing to pay it, and then they're like, well, what if we make it even a little bit more, and then we give them more profit, or like we cut our margins, make our margins even bigger, widen them. I don't know. I think that's sadly how business people think. This is like finance, like end of it. They're just like, yeah, like things always get more expensive. So just like keep upping the price a bit, and it's like, just say it's inflation or just rising costs and stuff. Unless the tariff stuff like spikes it by like a drastic amount that like you can't hide that, I don't think you're gonna see that much pushback other than a little bit of moaning and groaning, like, oh, the Xbox 2 $600, but then you'll get those articles about, but your iPhone's like $1,000, and this is, you're gonna get into all this like mental gymnastics.
We totally are.
You're getting into this huge mental gymnastics like debate about why stuff costs what it does. At the end of the day, it's gonna be so confusing and stuff, or just so much noise. People are just like, I just want the damn systems. Give it to me.
Actually, it's interesting to bring up iPhone, and I guess maybe other phones as well, because even throughout the last generation, from when the PS4 and the Xbox One launched, phones have become more expensive.
Oh yeah, they have. They've definitely gone up.
Yeah,
especially here in the U.S. because the subsidy stuff ended. You don't do 2-year contracts and get your phone for like $200 upgrade anymore. You got to pay for everything now.
Yeah,
but they get more money that way actually too.
Yeah, so
with these payment plans. Yeah,
I think that's kind of interesting. I wonder if we have the flexibility to buy more expensive consoles that could be $500 or $600.
Remember the GameStop plan we had a mini argument about, like the you could pay over whatever 24 months was it, Xbox game, I forget what it's called. But
Me too.
But it was like, here's a way to own Xbox One, like 24, 48 months, you pay it off.
Monthly payments,
but you were like, this is how people who can't afford it get looped, like, roped into this stuff, where it's like, oh, no, people can like pay it as, it's basically another monthly fee to them.
Yes.
I think that's the biggest straw, because then they start saying like, oh, my cell phone might have cost $1,000. Well, mine didn't, but like, theoretically, you're on like the AT&T or Sprint or whatever 24-month payment plan. They have all these fancy names for them.
Yeah, man.
And you're just like, oh, I'm only paying like $100 or $80 a month. That's not that big deal. Xbox All Access is the name of that plan.
Xbox All
So
Access.
you're basically told like whether you can afford it or not. It seems like no big deal, and it becomes. I think the detriment is it becomes commonplace.
Yep.
It like kind of like worms its way in. It's like now this is another expense to add on. That's just you just don't like. It doesn't register as like, wait, what? Like it's not like hammer over the head like you're paying it all up front. Like some people will, but I think that's how they do this.
Yeah.
How they win you over.
It's worth keeping our eyes on. I do not expect China to just be like, hey, you know what, US, we'll be cool. You know what I mean? I don't expect them to back down from this soon. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this all works out.
You're telling me this administration is going to ruin the console wars?
Begun the console wars.
They're coming for you, Jones. Mike Spam. This isn't a correction, just more of a fun fact. Love these. About Poker Night at the Inventory 1 and 2. That you didn't mention. One of the biggest selling points for both of these games wasn't just that you're playing poker with characters, but they could sometimes bet their signature items against you. And if you won them, you'd take them into other games. For example, Claptrap would wager a VGA video game award he won in 2012. And then if you win that hand, you unlock a poker visor in Borderlands 2. Handsome Jack's mask for the spy in Team Fortress 2, and Bloodwing is an avatar item on your 360. I think that is actually very cool.
yeah.
I would love to see more of that kind of thing.
Oh, avatar items.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's play a quick game. This is a fun game. We got to celebrate. This is from Brandon K. Gone. 150 reviews quiz. Yeah. Congratulations on surpassing 150 reviews.
we did it.
Oh yeah.
Easy Allies, yep.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. To celebrate the occasion, I've concocted a quiz centered around all of them.
Wow.
To start, I'd focus on Easy A as a whole, then focus on specific reviewers. If pressed for time, you can pick the allies. Yep, I will do that. Okay, let's do it.
I'd be so bad at this.
What is the lowest overall reviewed game?
The lowest score we ever gave out, basically?
Yeah, and
Oh,
I can do
Easy
multiple
Allies.
choice if you don't know.
Oh man, that's a tough question.
Okay, is it Little Dragon's Cafe?
Wait, I have a guess. Is
Okay.
it Bombs Fall?
No.
Bombs whatever?
What?
Never mind. That
Okay.
game that Huber hated?
No, that was game trailers.
Yeah, that was near the
Oh,
end.
really?
That was, yeah, no, I...
Oh,
that's
okay,
why I-
okay.
That was like the
okay.
final review.
Mighty Number 9, Need for Speed Payback, Star Ocean Integrity and Faithlessness, or Umbrella Corps.
I don't think
Umbrella Corps.
It's Umbrella Corps.
Yeah, it's
That was
Terry
one star.
Faithfulness.
Yeah,
I
that was one
reviewed. I
star.
know what
Umbrella
that
Corps was
Oh, yeah,
one
one
I
star.
remember
star.
Huber.
Yeah.
I remember.
How many games have ever received the maximum score possible from Easy A? Oh, and something we should
6.
make clear to everybody is that we switched from stars to numerical values.
20
when?
point.
At the beginning of this year? When did we do that?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, don't know. Like halfway
Yeah,
through, let's say.
something like that.
And so a lot of these are converting stars to numerical
Gotcha.
values. Ian nailed it, though. It is 6.
Woo!
Oh, wow, I was going to say 3. I didn't know we
Yeah.
did 6.
We posted a video that says our review scores are changing February 16th.
Of this year?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not even
Yeah, it was
halfway
right-
through.
it was
That's
right
pretty
as,
recent. Okay.
I think Michelle Classes was the last of the first review to switch over.
Oh, okay.
That was just a blind guess, Ian? With the 6?
I mean, it's an educated guess being a part of Easy Allies, but it was a guess.
6 though? 6, 5
It just
to
felt right.
10s? Man. I couldn't even name them.
Uncharted 4.
Michelle
Okay.
Classes is one.
Child of Colossus.
God of War.
God of War,
we just gave
nice.
one out.
Was Persona?
Odyssey.
Persona.
Odyssey.
Odyssey.
Zelda. No.
Zelda
No,
did
no,
not
no,
get
no.
5 stars.
Frame rate.
Yeah, what are the other
That last one will come to us. Okay. What is the most frequent score Easy A has awarded?
8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say 8.
8.5.
Just 8-0.
8 is correct.
Yep.
We've given out 8s and 4 stars 49 times
Yep.
of those 150.
49
Yes.
times.
What is the least frequent score?
6.
2.
0.
Yeah.
0.
Oh,
Anything
zero.
below
You're
0.
right, 0. It never happened.
Okay.
But there's a 3-way
Of
tie.
stuff we've given, actually.
We
0
only-
means we didn't review it.
I think this is kind of interesting. There is the 1 star for Umbrella Corps, of course.
Okay.
That only happened once. There was 1 5, and that was just Bloodworth's recent Little Dragon's Cafe.
Oh, okay.
And there's only 1 7.5.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it?
Wait,
Mario
what?
Tennis Aces is the
Oh.
only 7.5 Easy Allies has ever given
How's
out.
that possible?
I don't know. That's a weird one. Maybe because you can't land on 7.5 with stars.
Yeah, you couldn't.
And so, you know,
with
it's
our
kind of at a
previous
disadvantage
two,
there.
You couldn't get that. 0.5s are the ones. It's
been a good year.
Yeah.
Okay, of the 6 reviewers, who has reviewed the most games?
Ben.
Huber.
It's Hubert.
It's
Yes.
Hubert?
It's Hubert.
Yeah, so Ben second?
Hubert
Yes.
took it.
Whoa.
Yes. So
I'm
Ben
stoked
has
that I won
reviewed
that.
36. Huber's reviewed 38. He's got
Wow,
him.
close.
Yeah. Wow.
Nice.
Just Ben does longer games.
Ah.
Huber does a lot of long games, but he's doing Odyssey right now, which is huge. But
Jones, how many have you done?
how many have I done? It's got to be in the teens, probably 15, 16,
You wish 11.
11.
Catch up, dude.
You wish.
Catch. Oh, wow.
I'll tell you how many I've done. 150.
Oh, ouch.
What is Brad Ellis's highest reviewed game?
Mine? Highest
Yeah.
reviewed?
Overwatch?
4.5. So like a 9, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, Overwatch was in
Yeah,
there.
I think Overwatch was one of my highest ones.
Yep. And there's 2 others that tie with it.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't think of what they are right now.
Cuphead.
Ah, yeah, Cuphead's awesome.
And a very recent one, dude. You said this game is very good. We all ignored it because we're all
Oh,
getting sick of-
Guacamelee.
Yes, Guacamelee
yeah,
2.
Guacamelee 2 is awesome.
And we still ignored it, man.
Yeah, it's okay.
That poor game.
It's so short too.
Yeah. Wrong time. What is the lowest score Brad has ever given?
3.5.
No.
Oh.
You got lower.
Oh, really? So
yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Lost Sphere?
No, that was 3.5.
Okay. What did I give 3?
So you didn't give it
Oh,
3.
Secret of Mana.
Yep, 6.5.
Yeah, I knew it, dude.
And Sea of Thieves also got a 6.5.
Oh, right, yeah.
I've figured out our top 6 if you guys want to guess again.
We got to 5. What is the one that was missing?
Okay, so it's God of War,
Yep.
Shadow of the Colossus, Mario Odyssey, Persona 5, Last Guardian, and Uncharted 4, I think?
Oh, Last Guardian, we didn't say.
Yeah, Bloodworth.
Oh, yeah. Shadow of the Colossus and The Last Guardian.
Correct.
That, honestly, Love It for Goaty did not occur to me as a perfect game. as like the Easy Allies
They were
perfect
throwing
score.
Bloodworth under the bus.
Sorry, Blood. That's you know what, Blood? It's a 10. It's a 10. Jones,
an 8?
what is your highest reviewed game?
Spider-Man.
Yep, 9.5.
Nice.
That was a scary score.
Yeah, I think it deserves it. I think it's good.
Oh, no, I'm fully confident now, but it's just like, it's a scary thing to be like, feel like a good game.
What's the lowest score you ever gave?
At Easy A. Mm-hmm. Oh, was it Gears?
No, that's
Oh.
3.5.
Oh, okay.
You've given
I've
3.
given lower than that.
You've given 3 twice.
Wait,
Give
can you
3
can you
twice.
specify stars or numbers?
Oh, sorry, these are
getting
stars. Yeah, I'm
confusing.
very sorry. These are 3 stars. Thank you, Ian.
Dear, I don't know.
What kind of game came out in this generation? Widely despised, already dead, showed up in Ready Player One for no reason.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
Okay.
Battleborn,
As soon as you
Jones
said that, I
gave
was
3
like,
stars.
oh.
And Steep, you gave 3 stars. Poor Steep. Why, Jones? Why?
Hey,
Why?
I just realized an interesting fact.
Hit me.
3
We've-
colors in that game.
We've only given one game since switching to the number system. Only one has achieved the 10, but the previous ones were all 5 stars, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, we're
Yeah.
stingier maybe with the 10s.
We've only been numbers since February.
It's almost half and half, right? Oh, no, we're almost on year 3. Never mind.
Yeah, and really, just what other game would have gotten a 10 since?
Besides God of War.
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Nothing.
What is
Never
Michael
mind.
Damiani's highest reviewed game?
Oh, Shadow of the Colossus with one of them.
What's the other one?
Mario Odyssey. you
Yep,
said.
yep,
Yeah.
yep,
You
yep.
already just said them.
What is
Yeah.
the lowest score you've ever given Damiani?
Ooh,
There's
Damiani.
some hints. I read Mirror's Edge.
Was that here?
The 2.
Wow.
That was not.
That
very
feels
good.
so long ago.
No, that was not Easy A.
It was.
Mirror's Edge 2 is Easy A?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mirror's Edge Catalyst.
It's not here, though. It's not one of those.
Okay.
You've gone lower, dude.
Trying to give you guys hints.
I'll give you a hint. Your lowest score is 2.5 stars. What 3 games did you give 2.5 stars to?
Wow.
I can go through my reviews manually in my head.
Okay,
But I
so
thought I was trying
this
to get
one
other
doesn't
people to
deserve it.
guess.
This one doesn't deserve it.
Oh,
this
my.
one was a game
Oh, here we go.
that was reviewed looking at modern criteria.
Oh, that's
When this game was a
that's
treat.
That's an impossible game to review.
This game was a special
that
treat
was a
that
come
didn't deserve this
on.
kind of criticism.
Come on.
What game are we talking about?
We're talking about Star Fox 2.
Yes.
I don't even count that as a
He
review.
gave Star Fox 2 2.5 stars.
It should have been a critical analysis
Yes,
video.
it should have been.
Like, there's no point in reviewing it, but I was like, we don't have many reviews right now. Just make it a review. I was like, all right, Shy, I'll make it a review.
All right, this game has a stupid title. Just dumb.
Okay.
Just a dumb title. It's an RPG that looks pretty good. Pretty good looking RPG.
I mean, it's Star Ocean, Faithfulness, and Integrity.
I was gonna think
Yes,
Star Ocean.
yes.
Yeah.
If you did not hear through that mumbling, everyone, that was Star Ocean, Integrity, and Faithlessness. Also got 2.5 stars. Final game is a mobile game. What mobile game got 2.5 stars from Michael
That's why I
Damiani?
don't get this. Fire
Fire
Emblem
Emblem.
Heroes.
You're the one who gave it the score, dude.
Yeah.
What are you saying? It doesn't
Like,
count.
Basically, we're giving games too many high scores. Why don't you branch out and review games that might not be the best games out there, but you still have it interesting? Because we have a
Yeah.
habit of only picking games we like.
Yeah, I mean, we
So
gave
our review scores kind of
49
higher.
eights. Yeah, 49 eights out there. That is it. That's the game. That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
So, Jones, you have done VO in 150 reviews.
Yay!
Yeah.
Good job, man.
Thanks.
Nice job, Jonesy.
I wonder what the editing breakdown is.
I had a streak running
Oh,
for
yeah, I
a
would
long
love to
time
see
before
that
I
too.
buckled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's edited
And,
what?
I usually
You and Don
let
started to fill in.
Jones
Yeah.
and Don pipe in first.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Last one is from Mewtwo King. Must be the Mewtwo King, right? Unless others said otherwise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they sent me some friend code as well and claimed they were Mewtwo King.
Great. I would like to know, do we need or want an Ocarina of Time Switch remake? Yes. It's
Yes.
time for bets. Next week's bet. The normal people release date for Assassin's Creed Odyssey is Friday, October 5th. If you're not spending extra money. What I'm going to do at this point next week, I'm going to youtube.com. I'm going to do a search in an incognito window for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm going to go down 3 videos. I'm going to watch that video. How many seconds until I see a kill? Brandon Jones.
30.
Michael Damiani.
10 seconds.
Bradley Ellis.
8 seconds.
Jones, I've 32. We're on this
I
teammate
know,
wavelength. This
yeah.
is weird. We had the exact same thing last week.
know.
Ian,
Team
what is your bet?
1 second.
Okay. Ooh, that's the right way.
I crossed this out before the thing started.
I
just
think
so
Jones and
people
I are
don't get
counting on
suspicious.
vistas. I think we're counting on seeing environments.
There's also, hey, what's up? I'm the YouTuber. Welcome to my show.
Hey,
Today I'm going to be
guys.
talking about
Yeah,
that. We're not going
sure.
to get to B-roll for 10 seconds probably.
True.
It's gonna be how to.
I'm hoping it
kill
just starts
this-
with a
assassinate
face
this person.
smash.
Like it's a trailer maybe, yeah.
Yeah. How to kill.
Last week's bet, Mega Man 11 will be released on Tuesday, October 2nd. That was today. I went through the top 11 most recent reviews on OpenCritic.com.
Good bet.
How many times would I see the word man? Jones, you bet 99 times you see the word man. Blood bet 76. Damiani bet 66. I bet 99. Ian bet 66. Go ahead at home. Make a guess. How many times did we see the word man? Because the actual number of mans is 293. That's an average of 26.6 mans per review. Whoa. Jones, you and I tied.
That's so funny.
How funny is that?
Man.
There's a lot of mans in these reviews.
Yeah.
And it is because boss names. Boss names
Yeah.
is popped up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Rock
like
Man.
if you're playing Bounce Man stage.
Forgot about
Bounce
that.
Man
Didn't think
stage.
about that at all.
And then they compared it to they'd be like, it's like this for Mega Man 6, it's like that for Mega Man 9. It's so there were so many mans in each
Yeah.
of these reviews. It was nuts. That brings our scores to Red Grouse 13. Gorgeous Gorillas 20. Droopy Eagles 13. Switcher Snake 6. Let me tell you a little bit about patreon.com/Easy Allies. That is where you would go to support the Easy Allies. If you are a person who gives us $5 or more a month, you get this podcast 2 days early. You get it on Wednesdays as opposed to Fridays. And you get to submit to our segments, Love and Respect, and, of course, the one we're going to talk about next, Recruit Me. Because we have to see if Mime Mister survives.
Come on, my mister.
He's dead.
I don't believe you.
He's dead.
You rolled a 6.
Yes.
No, it's, yeah.
So I count from the bottom up.
You monster. Who does that? Why do you do that?
I
He's
see his
dead.
rolls every time, and they're all relatively the same. Like, it just that cursed die
Cursed
he has
die,
always
yeah.
Damn it.
has it out.
He would have been good.
I thought he was going to live. I actually upped the odds of our teammates surviving.
I harbored way too much hope for this fool.
Yeah.
I was just picturing the mime bow the whole time.
Yeah.
Jones, we got to draft rights and responsibilities. You want
'Kay.
Twitter? What do you want?
I'll take Twitter and sign off.
Okay, I'll take final word and video promotion.
You gave him the final word again?
I get that again.
Here we
and
go.
guess
Giving
what I'm
him
going
a
to talk
second
about?
chance.
Yeah.
Because
Yes,
if I
that's
take-
what I want. I want a
because if I
second
take
chance.
sign off, I
want
can
a second
possibly
chance.
correct
You'll
Yes,
never
yes, yes.
act.
Okay.
Yes. You can follow me at Trailer Jones.
Video I'd like to promote Buckbeak, October 26th. Woo! And episode 2, October 29th. And then every other Monday after that, Buckbeak episodes. Very exciting. Oof. Let me do my final word again, because this was a little controversial. Here's what I mean to say. I think voting is like an act of faith. You know, it is like we all are buying in. Because if I told Brad, your vote counts, it's not the truth. Because Brad could stay home on voting day and nothing would change. But because we're collectively buying into this, it becomes the truth. It's the craziest thing. You have to step out of your own mind to become part of this mass. You have to believe in it. And it's just not pragmatic. It's not at all. It is, to me, an act of faith. It's so strange. And so I'm saying I get it. I get people who choose that pragmatic thing. A lot of people just can't vote. A lot of people can't get a ride. A lot of people can't take the time off work. And so I don't like the guilting people out of voting, you know, because I get it. I understand it. All I can say is that voting feels good. There's a reason to. It doesn't make sense, but it's just being a part of existing in this life. Brandon Jones.
Cheers.
What do you mean you let him out? Turned out to be a koala.